Anambra State government urges communities to reclaim their localities from criminals. Dr. Odogwu re-elected as chairman NUJ Anambra State Council. Federal government approves 4 billion naira cash transfer for vulnerable households in Nigeria. And on a foreign scene, 4 female hostages released by Hamas return to Israel. In the Anambra, dry season is here again. Avoid indiscriminate bush burning, switch off electrical appliances when not in use, and avoid burning tires on tarred roads to maintain a clean and green Anambra State. Welcome to the news on ABS Television. I am Ogenere Gogome. Anambra State Commissioner for Information, Dr. Lawmefo, has revealed that 70% of criminals caught through Operation Odogachi are non-indigenes of the state. Dr. Mayfor emphasized that this is why communities in the state must reclaim their localities from criminals. The Information Commissioner, who stated this in Oka while speaking to journalists, emphasized on the need for them to partner with the state government by changing the narrative and increasing reports on the success of Operation Odogachi. According to Dr. Mayfor, journalists should be factual in their reports by fact-checking statements, insisting that the Soludo administration does not depend on propaganda, as it has remained committed to the development of the state through different lofty programs and policies. He warned that the state will fight any individual who is bent on demarketing the state for personal or political reasons, and stated that Operation Odogachi is a unified security outfit that is charged with the responsibility of restoring confidence and citizens and investors. Dr. Odogwu Emeka Odogwu has been re-elected as the chairman of the Nigerian Union of Journalists NUJ Anambra State Council after polling 173 votes to defeat his opponent, Comrade Ngozi Obileri, who got 40 votes. Correspondent Kenechukwu Chukwudi reports that in the election held at the Godwin Ezimo International Press Center, Oka, Mr. Chibuzo BDK of the Anambra Broadcasting Service ABS, Chapel of the Union, was also elected treasurer after polling 168 votes to defeat the incumbent Comrade Ogemedi Ozemena, who got 45 votes.
The chairman of Credentials Committee for the election, Dr. Stanley Onunkwo, emphasized that the exercise was free and fair and set a precedent for future elections of the union and the state.
The best we have done, because I did my best to make sure that everybody who is supposed to vote in this election voted. As a matter of fact, 10 chapels participated in this election. We want to, myself and my committee, want to set a pace so that whosoever becomes Credentials Committee chairman will be able to, if not add anything, but take a cue to what we've been able to do today and do better.
Speaking to the ABS after he was declared winner, Dr. Odogwu promised to do better in the next 3 years than he did in his first tenure, adding that his priorities will be to upgrade infrastructure at the council secretariat as well as improve welfare of NUJ members.
The interest is the union. I am asking God Almighty, since He gave me this second chance, to provide people that will help me move this union forward.
On his part, Comrade Chibuzo, who thanked members for giving him the opportunity to serve, promised to put his best to move the union to greater heights.
Being here to represent them as a position of treasurer, it's a great honor, and I'm promising them that come rain, come shine, I will put in my best to the development and to the movement of NUJ, Anambra State Chapter.
Others, including the Secretary, Dr. Oke Onuebu, Assistant Secretary, Mrs. Chinyere Obuago, and Financial Secretary, Comrade Grace Onwukwe, were returned unopposed, after which the new members of the executive body were administered with oath of office and sworn into office. From the NUJ Secretariat in Oka, it's been Kenechukwu Chukwudi for ABS News.
Anambra State government says it is committed to maintaining a cordial relationship with the Nigerian Union of Journalists NUJ and promoting a free and independent press. In a statement issued by the Anambra Commissioner for Information, Dr. Lorme, while congratulating Dr. Odogo-Emeka Odogu and his team on their victory in the just concluded NUJ Anambra Council elections, the state government said it looks forward to continued collaboration with the union and fair reporting of its activities. The statement noted that Odogu's re-election is a testament to his leadership and dedication to the union and urged him to extend the hand of fellowship to all members, noting that the unity and cohesion are essential for the council's growth and prosperity. People of Oko in Orumba North local government area tripped out in their numbers to be part of the 2025 Ofala Festival of Oko community. Oko Civic Center played host to sons and daughters of the community, both at home and in the diaspora, who came to witness the 2025 Ofala Festival of the traditional ruler of the community, Igwe Las Ikweme. Correspondent Ngozi Obileri reports that cabinet chiefs, relations and associates from within and outside Anambra graced the occasion, where 40 individuals, both male and female, were given chieftaincy titles and another 70 persons given award by Igwe Ikweme. Now,
Governor Chukwuma Soludo, represented by the Chief Medical Director, Chukwuemeka Odumego Ojukwu University Teaching Hospital, Amakwaka, Dr. Josephat Akabike, said he is happy that every community featured many activities in the spirit of the season, which he said is his vision for Anambra, where everyone will be free to enjoy good, clean, green, and livable environments. In his address, Igwe Ikweme, who is a younger brother to a former Vice President of Nigeria, the late Dr. Alex Ikweme, prayed God to continue to bless the land of Oko and its offspring. The President General of the community, Mr. Chinon Sonwafo, who is also the Executive Chairman of Orumba North Council area, expressed happiness that his election as the PG of the community has opened up a lot of opportunities for the community, especially achieving total peace that made the Ofala Festival possible. Some of those given chieftaincy title at the event, including Chiefs Ruben Mwaka, who is now Akajugo Oko, Obi Okafo, who is the Chairman Planning Committee of the Ofala Festival, now Obichuluzo Oko, and Cyprian Nwammo, now Ifemeluma Oko, said though they have been working for the growth and development of the community, they are now spurred to do more.
We are going to return all these festivals back to our people. So we are having it for the first time during our festival. So we are planning that if possible, we have it every year.
From Oko in Orumba North Council area, I am Ngozi Obileri for ABS News.
Federal government approves 4 billion naira cash transfer for vulnerable households in Nigeria. And 4 female hostages released by Hamas returned to Israel. The news returns shortly after the break.
In a smallie pack. Buy in any available store today. 3 Crowns Milk. Healthy moms, happy families. In a smallie pack. Buy in any available store today. 3 Crowns Milk. Healthy moms, happy families.
News on ABS television. The federal government has approved 4 billion naira conditional cash transfer to vulnerable households in Nigeria. During the launch of the 2025 Nigeria Humanitarian Needs and Response Plan at the United Nations House in Abuja, Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction, Professor Nedatawi Yilwalda, announced the interventions to address the country's deepening humanitarian crisis. Professor Yilwalda stated this move is expected to support at least 10 million displaced households, primarily targeting the most vulnerable members of society. The cash transfer program is set to begin in February and continue through April, aiming at alleviating the immediate needs of families affected by displacement, particularly in the northeast. Another foreign scene, 4 female hostages who were held by Hamas in Gaza have returned to Israel. Gunmen and crowds gathered in Palestinian Square in Gaza City as the hostages were released into the Red Cross in a highly choreographed handover. The 4 women, who are the second group of hostages released since a ceasefire deal was agreed, are Israeli soldiers who were taken on 7th October last year. According to the report, Israel has started to release up to 200 Palestinian prisoners in return, 70 of whom are expected to be deported. However, the Israeli government accused Hamas of breaching the ceasefire deal by not releasing civilian hostage Albert Yehud. In response, Israel said displaced Palestinians will not be allowed to return to northern Gaza as had been scheduled under the deal. And in sports, Nigerian striker Akko Adams is set to complete his transfer to Spanish side Sevilla from Montpellier after arriving in Spain today for a move worth €5.5 million. Transfer expert Fabrizio Romano, who confirmed the development, revealed that Akko Adams has landed in Sevilla today in order to join the club from Montpellier for €5.5 million transfer fee. The former Flying Eagles forward has endured a difficult season under Montpellier, managing just 3 goals and 1 assist in over a dozen appearances, a significant drop from his impressive debut campaign when he netted 7 times in the French league following his move from Norwegian side Lillestrøm. The 24-year-old arrival at the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan Stadium could further limit fellow Nigerian Kelechi Iheanacho's playing time, with the former Leicester City striker yet to feature for Los Nevosins in over a month. Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world via liking our Facebook page, follow us on Anambra Broadcasting Service, subscribe to our YouTube channel at ABS Television Oka, and also on X at ABS Radio TV, and also on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log into our website by logging on to www.absradiotv.com. And now the main point. Anambra State government has urged communities to reclaim their localities from criminals. Dr. Odogu has been re-elected as chairman NUJ Anambra State Council. Federal government has approved 4 billion naira cash transfer for vulnerable households in Nigeria. And on the foreign scene, 4 female hostages released by Hamas have returned to Israel. And that's the end of the news on ABS Television Oka. I am Oganere Melgogome. Thanks for watching.